Hey guys, Sam from Manfa's Makes. How are you all? Welcome back to all my returners and hi to any newbies. It is so great to have you here. Please do stick around a while. And if you like what you see, give me a thumbie. They are free. So this is a bonus Saturday video. And it is because I realised that I haven't done my hashtag craft yourself free totals. Oh my goodness, it's my own collaboration. And I only just managed to sneak it in on the very last day of February already. My goodness gracious. It does mean, though, that as of tomorrow, it will be my birthday month, and it will also be the birthday month of the second half of this collaboration because we share the exact same birthday. Yes, we do. So, hashtag craft yourself free. What is it? Who's involved? What's going on? Well, very briefly, because this has been going on for over a year now. However, we have lots of lovelies joining in, which is amazing. If you search that hashtag, everyone that has used it will pop up. So there is lots of viewing pleasure for you. Now, I have a gorgeous Yarny bestie here on the YouTube streets, and that is, of course, Christina from Bella Uncinetto. Anyone that I mention, I will put channel links and stuff down in the description box, so go check them out if you don't know them. But Christina, like I said, she shares the same birthday as me. We are Yarny besties. We have met up in person twice. Hopefully a third time this year is upcoming. Fingers crossed. Over a year ago now, at the end of 2024, coming into 2025, Christina and I were talking on a video call and we were discussing some of the collaborations that me and her have done over the past few years, other collaborations that other people had going on. And as conversations were going, we wanted a collaboration that was not really project specific, like crochet along or make along. We wanted something that we could both kind of spearhead without being too much pressure, but would also benefit us and others. And Craft Yourself Free was born. Now, there are other incentives, collaborations, segments like this going around the YouTube streets, but ours is slightly different in the fact of there are really no rules. Not really. You can do it if you want. You don't if you don't have to. And you can do it in whatever way you want as well, which is very liberating. Craft yourself free. And, you know, I find it really fun. I find it motivating. It spurs me on and it gives me accountability. All of those things are big positives for Manfa. Christina normally does these videos in and amongst another regular segment that she has on her channel. It's not like a standalone video, but she does give you totals. And like I said, there are lots of other lovelies joining in as well with this. But we are each doing it in a slightly different way. So craft yourself free. So that can free you from your stash of craft supplies because you're dwindling it down. It will craft your mind free if you particularly enjoy your crafting and get that mental health boost, that self-care boost, that chance to breathe and just be and relax, be at one with your craft. And it's not limited to specific crafts. It can literally be anything. Crochet, knit, diamond painting, embroidery, cross stitch, resin. It can be, you know, beadwork. It can be jewelry making. It can be pottery. It can be, Christina even opened it out to books that you're reading, baking or cooking that you've done, gardening that you've achieved, Lego kits you've built, jigsaw puzzles. Honestly, whatever you consider your craft, you can include it. And it's a way of us seeing in real time exactly how much we craft, how much we use, how much we enjoy all of those lovely things that we do participate in. Okay, now there are different ways people are recording this or tallying this. I know there are some people just doing the amount of finished objects they got at the end of the month, which is great. If it's fiber arts, I know 3 different ways people are doing that. It's either ball bands collected for the month, it's yardage used for the month, and I ain't about that because that's maths. No, thank you. Or it's how I'm doing it, which when a project is finished, I weigh that item and I tally my stash usage by weight, because then it includes stuffing and safety eyes and, you know, all other embellishments. One of the things that I showed this week on Crafty Catch Up was my diamond painted money box. Well, the kit was the money box and all the materials needed to decorate that. So I weighed the bejeweled money box in its entirety. No, it doesn't have money in it. It is empty. But I had to include the money box, not just the diamonds used, because that's the whole point of the kit. There are similar things to this, but there are rules to this, like it has to have been bought before a certain date. You can't include certain elements of your crafting. It was, you know, some of it is quite specific. For us, you could have bought it this morning, finished it by lunchtime, weighed it by tea time. It counts. Honestly, whenever you do it, however you do it, however you tally it, it all counts. It is what is working for you, what helps you. We are all pretty much able to say that we can buy our craft supplies quicker than we can use them. That is just how it is. Anyone can put 20 skeins of yarn in a cart and not even finished one ball in a week. You know, that is just how it happens sometimes with craft. But it does give us tangible kind of information that even though we are continuing to buy, we're continuing to add, we're continuing to collect or curate, we are still using the beautiful things that we have collected and curated along the way. So, as I've mentioned, I weigh my finished objects for this particular segment. I do it monthly. I give you the totals at the end of every month, and then at the end of the year I will give you my grand total of craft supplies used. Other things that I do kind of adjacent to this is I collect my yarn bands for the year, and I let you know how many yarn bands I got, how much yardage I used according to the yarn bands. What I have added this year is yarn in versus yarn out. What I've also added this year is a challenge to myself to use at least 100 units of yarn before I go away to Rhodes with Mike in October, so that if I do manage to get to the motherland of Turkey, which is not a definite, it is a hope, a dream, Mike is going to try and make it come true for me, but it's not guaranteed, and I know that if I don't get to Turkey, I'll be doing a huge ice order instead. Okay, we have contingencies, we have backup plans. But I've got that challenge going on. I really want to utilise the gorgeous stash that I've got to the fullest, and I want to know exactly how productive I am being along the year's course. We did it all of 2025. We are going to be doing it all of 2026. And to be honest with you guys, even if Christina doesn't carry on with it, even if you guys don't carry on with it, I think I am going to be doing this for the rest of my crafting life, because I am admin based in the real world for my real job, out, you know, off camera, facts and figures and statistics. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't get overly excited about it. It's like work stuff, but I find it interesting enough for me to want to keep it up. Let's put it like that. Now, some people, when they do these videos, they actually have the items to show you as they're talking about them. I don't do that, guys. You have already seen them in all of my videos for the past month. I don't want to rehash it. That's just a me thing. And also, I just need to kind of give you the stats and the figures and move on, because I have more content to film for you. I have more crafting to do. Just need to keep going with the momentum. I don't want to have to gather up absolutely everything that you've already seen. If you haven't seen something and it piques your interest, go back and find it. and then I'll get some more watch time and more views. That's just like a little side bonus to that. Okay, so let's get down to it, shall we? Now, because I weigh it, here in the UK, we use kilograms and grams because we are, that's just our weighing system. But I know that majority of you live in countries that are still in pounds and ounces. So I do give you both for each thing that I list off. Now, this month, guys, isn't a super duper total. It isn't the bigger numbers that I've managed to hit in previous months, but it is a shorter month as well. I know it's only by 2 or 3 days, but I'm sticking to that story. But I have a lot of started whips that are nowhere near completion, but I'm telling you, by the later months of this year, if I get the majority of those ticked off and done and dusted, my totals are going to be quite substantial later in the year. So I'll take a lighter total this month because I know bigger and better totals are coming, and it's exciting. So the first thing on my list, and I have my notebook next to my laptop here, so if you see me looking away, that is what I'm doing. I'm looking at my notebook to give you all of the facts and the figures. So the first thing on my list were 6 happy birthday diamond painted cards. These were birds, if I remember rightly, crazy looking birds. One of which I did gift to my YouTube mama, Jan. She has already received it and shown it. But there was 6 in the kit, in the pack. And I don't weigh the envelopes. I don't weigh the leftover drills or the tools used. I literally just weigh the card that has been decorated. So all 6 of them. So they came to 92 grams or 3.24 ounces. Next on my list are the 2 jester hats that I made. These have been slightly viral. They've been a craze on the YouTube streets lately. There was a recipe put up by Spooky Spectrum on Instagram. I heard about them from Ella at No Catchy Name, and I was just besotted and I wanted to make them. I did it as a pick my whip, but it wasn't you picking my whip, it was you picking my colorway. And then just to be even extra, when I sometimes can be, I did both colorways anyway, so I ended up with 2 jester hats. And they came to 328 grams or 11.57 ounces. They, of course, had the pom-poms on the end as well. Next on the list is Dexter the Pigeon. He was the first mini makes make of February. He wasn't the first make because we had Cara the previous month, but he was the first mini make for February. He was only an itty bitty tiny little amigurumi. He only came in at 10 grams or 0.35 ounces. So, but that 10 grams counts. Honestly, it does. Next up, we have my diamond painted coasters. Now, these were Alice in Wonderland themed, and I did those as my entry into Christina's mal that she has going on her channel called #LiberalArtsMal. Again, it can be any craft. You just have to make something in theme of the genre of book that she discusses. It was fairy tale this month, so I did Alice in Wonderland. There was 8 coasters and they came in at 128 grams or 4.51 ounces. The next on the list are the 4 Duck Duck dishcloths. That is a Missy thing, and funnily enough, those 4 dishcloths actually came to the same weight as the 8 coasters. They were also 128 grams or 4.51 ounces. Next up is the second mini make for February, which was Luna the angelfish. Again, she was teeny tiny, didn't break the scales at all. Although she was heavier than Dexter, Luna was 18 grams or 0.63 ounces. So she was a little bit heavier than Dexter. And lastly was my diamond painted flamingo money box that you will have seen yesterday in my crafty catch up. That was a kit that I got from Temu ages ago, and I finally pulled it out and decided to get it done. That came in at 120 grams or 4.23 ounces. So there are lots of makes on my list, but there are lots of little light makes. So in total, my total for February for hashtag craft yourself free, I have unburdened and created 824 grams or 29.06 ounces of gorgeousness for February. Yes, I have. Now, what I didn't do last year, but what I have started doing this year, is I have then split that total into yarn crafts and non-yarn crafts. Because I know there are some of you that are only interested in the yarny goodness. Some of you are not so interested in the other crafts that I do, but that's fine. But for February, 484 grams or 17.07 ounces of yarn was used in yarn projects. And in the other crafting, so in my diamond painting this month, there was 340 grams or 11.99 ounces. So still more yarn usage than anything else, guys. And that will probably be a theme throughout the year. But who knows? Who knows what's coming over the year? Like I said, this just boosts me. It motivates me. It gets me excited to pull stuff, use it, and have beautiful stuff at the end of it. What's the point in having it in your stash if you're not going to use it? What's the point in collecting it, curating it, if you leave it there to just gather dust and not have its time to shine? So whenever I do a totals video, I'm like, right, let's get the next month going. Let's see if we can meet it, beat it. Let's see what we can get done. Let's use all of the loveliness. And that's exactly what I do. So of course I will be back with another hashtag craft yourself free at the end of March. That is my birthday month and Christina's birthday month. Who knows, it might be another lightweight month, it might be a super duper heavyweight month, or it might be somewhere in between. It's not a competition. There are no prizes to be won. Everyone is just doing it for their own information, their own interest, and their own accountability. And that is a-okay. So like I said, if you don't know Christina, please go and check her out. Like I said, she's my yarny bestie. I love her with every fibre of my being. No pun intended. And I will be looking out for her totals as well. And like I said, if you type in that hashtag, you can click and see who else is joining in. There have been several of you, and I really, really appreciate the support. I really, really do. So guys, you will be seeing this on Saturday, the 28th of February. It is not that date when I am filming. But I hope this weekend is a gorgeous one for you. I hope that you are getting a lot of craft time in, like I say in my outro. I hope you're having just a wonderful time of it, because it's very easy to get bogged down in the day-to-day mundane stuff, but those pockets of are so much more worth it when you do get them right. Anyway, have a fabulous weekend. I will be back on Monday with a Temu haul, I believe. So until then, stay safe, be kind, look after one another, get some good quality time in with your loved ones, and get some good quality crafting time in. I will see you in the next one or around the YouTube streets. Bye, guys. Love you loads.